Okay, this is section 8.5. Go to page 530 and we're going to do example 1. So these examples we are going to use your calculator to graph. So graph the solution region to the following inequalities on your graphing calculator and sketch what you've got, label the x and y intercepts, really so you've got a scrappy sketch. So this, we can't put that on our calculator, so let's rearrange so that we can use our calculator to do this question. So I need y by itself. So I'm going to move everything to the other side, leave the y here. So 3y is less than negative 2x plus 12. And now divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. And actually, why don't I just do one of those since I'm putting it on my calculator anyways. So that whole thing. So y is less than negative 2x plus 12 all over 3. Into my calculator it goes. Okay, so clear everything out of there. Okay, so y is less than negative 2x. Oh, I need that in brackets. Bracket negative 2x plus 12, all of that divided by 3. And if I graph, I should have, there's my nice line. Okay, fantastic. And I can get my x-intercepts and the y-intercept if I just use some features on my calculator that I already know. So my y-intercept, let x equal 0, so trace 0. So my y-intercept is 4. And then my x-intercept, well, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. Let's see, trace 5. No. Trace 6. Yes. I could do a y2 equals 0 and solve as well. Okay, 6. And now I know this has to be dotted because I've got a less than symbol. And I know it's going to be below, but I want to make that happen on my calculator. That's really what we're showing. So dotted line you can't show on your calculator, which is not convenient. So I know I'm going to get this. I'm pretending on my calculator that I know that it's dotted. And then if you go back to your y equals, and you can toggle the equals, not the equals, over here, to that first little symbol, that means it's going to make a straight line. If you toggle that by pressing enter, that's going to make a bold line. Toggle again, that will shade above, below. That's what I want, shading below. Let's look at what else is available. That's going to make dots. And again. And a dotted, oh, there's a dotted, but you can't make dotted and shade it down at the same time. So never mind that. That's back to our straight line. Okay, so there we go. Graph. And it will shade, 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 shade. There we go. Isn't that fun? Okay, next one. B part. So I know I've got a parabola and it's going to be above the parabola. So let's look. On to our calculator. Y equals, clear this buddy out. And 2x squared minus x minus 15. And I want above. So let's do that right now. And graph. Aw, yay, there's our parabola. And it says label the x and the y-intercept. Well, y-intercept is let x equal 0, so trace 0, negative 15, which doesn't show, and that's okay. So here we go, negative 15, and that will be the lowest point that it goes. And it looks like 1, 2, 3 maybe. Trace 3, 0, nice. and -3. And no, that's too high. How about trace -2? No, that's, oh wait, that's too low. How about trace -2.5? There we go. Now, really, after that, if I didn't get it, I would do a y2 = 0 and intersect. But how lucky for us. So, -2.5. And I know my parabola is right side up. Whoa! And I'm shading inside. And actually, what would have been easier would be to shade it without using your calculator. So you could factor 2x and x, 5 and 3, I need a plus and a minus, -6 plus 5, oh yeah, that's right to start with, how convenient. So y has to be greater than or equal to 2x plus 5 and x minus 3, and then I know my x-intercepts are going to be -5/2, which we figured, and 3. And I know it's got to be greater than that, so it will be in between. Isn't that fun? You can make fun things on your calculator now. Okay, do questions 1, 2, and 4. 1 and 2, you're just doing sort of scrappy, label what they want. And 4 is a more real-life example of use, although it is simplified, but that's kind of the reason why we would bother doing any of this. Enjoy!